I guess you kept your promise on bringing me back to life.
Yes.
I guess that shadow void was real? That's odd. Okay.
Yep.
Man, you,
Yep.
you should have seen it right when you guys left, the shadow demons appeared. You don't want to know what happened.
How do you know what happens
Trust
when
me.
we left?
You don't want to
I
know.
mean, trust me. After everything that's happened, I don't think there's any point in questioning it.
Or it could just be autofilling. But,
Anyway, I'm gonna get up. Something's
yeah, yeah.
a little odd about.
Oh, yeah, we gave you a different body
Whoa.
from Noir's, so. Yeah, what do you want to
Yeah,
be
this
called?
one should
This is so.
this one should more resemble your old body before destroyed.
What would you like to be called, though? Since you technically were two people.
Well, from mostly what I am is comprised of sparrows. So I guess we'll go with that.
Alright.
I am still working on processing Noir's memories, though. Interesting.
Well, they're your memories now.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
true. I guess
well,
they are.
if I'm being honest, there's not going to be much for you to process. He was only around for a few years.
Yeah.
Most of it was
Well, I guess
stuff in
Command will finally
combat.
get what they
He
wanted
didn't.
about this memory thing or something.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah, their job. Well, yeah, their goal was to bring back your memories from that corrupted sample, but now we have the real thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
you've got the real deal. I mean, I can literally tell you anything you want. I remember that. I've got the entire thing in here. Oh, what's that?
Oh.
Some check out.
And don't worry if, this merge causes any issues. We have backups. Both components, so.
Let's just say I think I'm gonna be making a bit more use of that. Let's just say if I could be traumatized, death is a bit traumatizing.
Oh, yeah, we'll also make copies of you as you are now.
Sure. I'll make an army of myself. It'll be the Sparrow army. Instead of the clones,
Trust
it'll
me,
just be a bunch of me.
Trust me, we've already tried that. Well, we unintentionally we tried that. Doesn't work too well, because inevitably the copies tend to not get along with each other.
Actually, yeah, true. I can't have multiples of me running around because knowing myself, I'd probably either start something with them or assume the other's trying to kill me.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
Meanwhile,
Maybe
when
not.
Saber had to deal with one of his own copies, they just argued over who was the real Saber and fought over it.
Hmm. Well, the first one did. That one was unintentional.
Well, then. You filled me in a little bit in the Shadow Void, but what all's been going on anyway since I've been into the Shadow Realm?
Well, since on Nor was there for some of the bigger stuff, so you should be able to go through memory.
Should know about the war
Yeah,
with the Empire.
I'm working on looking into it. What was that?
We went to war with the Empire afterwards.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember something about that from
Yeah.
both. No, I only remember that from one perspective when you told me about that. I don't think there's a perspective of that in the other one.
Yeah, and then, leader of the Empire was killed by the New Republic, and the war ended.
Mm.
Yep. Yeah, a few thousand people died in ruthless combat throughout the Outer Rim. But,
And we're
Oh,
allied
we're
with
working with
Thrawn.
Thrawn now. That's
Yeah,
odd.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I just found that memory as you just said.
But yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much what's been going on. Fought the Empire's leader died, and now we're working with someone planning to take the reins.
When are you retiring? What kind of question is that?
Well, I mean, he's been at this for who knows
Oh.
how long, so that is a valid. I mean, who knows? Maybe that would be better. I mean, weren't you going to die or something in the future, or be stabbed in the back?
Hello.
Hey,
Hello.
Hey, boss.
Sparrow's back.
I've cheated death.
Quite literally.
Alright,
Yeah, agreed.
say something that no one, alright, here's one. What were the coordinates to Drummond Cost 35 years ago? 3,500
You
years
want to know where Droman Koss was? I can
Oh,
try
yeah,
and
I think you'd
access
know.
that, but
See? How the hell is he
here.
back? Did you hit like a memory unlock switch? A homing signal?
We met him in a dream world.
Or an
And
It
copied
doesn't
him.
make
Dream world
sense
that
to
was
me
real.
either, but
Yeah, I made a copy of him.
Well,
the best I
that's
describe it as
actually
is the Shadow Realm.
Yes.
well, that's actually something we're trying to confirm right now. One thing we discovered in this anomaly world was, well, have you heard about the Dathomir mission we just sent recently?
I've been way too busy. Look.
Oh. Well,
I was on
basically...
Polis.
Oh, right. Well, basically, one of our contacts, our old contacts that we thought was killed by Vader on Kessel,
Specialist.
yeah, our specialist, yeah. He ended up
Got cut in half.
contacting us in this anomaly world. Apparently, according to him, he wasn't actually killed. He was captured and So, to confirm whether or not he was real, we're gonna send a rescue party after him.
There's not. Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. If he's real, there's not much left of him. We recovered his lower waistline, his legs, and one of his arms. So he's literally has only a single arm left. So ain't much left of him to find him. Unless that was
Well,
someone else. I'd have to verify.
well, we'll see about that when our people get to Dathomir.
We also spoke to General Mallory.
What do you say about that beer I owe you?
Yeah, he was spouting off
Yeah,
about the
pretty
great
much.
Mostly
General
insult.
Mallory. So,
Did you kill him again?
we didn't actually
No, we
see
didn't even
him.
get to see him. We just heard his voice.
Over like a PA of sort.
Well, maybe he's wandering Polis forever and we can go kill him.
Yes.
Tell me about that beast. I witnessed it.
Its weak spot was in its chest and mouth, I think.
I don't care. I mean, what was its strength? What could it do?
Well, it was fucking. It could. Its mouth was like a vacuum. And
I'm asking if it was an anomalous in general.
I think so. It made shit glow. I'd say that's anomalous.
Because the second you reported that beast dead, no more anomalies were detected on the planet.
Huh.
Yeah,
All
and
active
all the
anomalies ceased.
Yeah, and all the mutants that I was fighting through, they all vanished. All gone.
Yeah, they all vaporized.
Interesting. So they're all anomalies then.
The mutants, I don't think no, because we have dead ones that didn't get destroyed. It seemed only alive ones, because ones in our captivity died too. So when I assume it's like a mother beast, it ordered all of its kin to die. Its last breath.
Yep,
Because
and...
a few of them fucking exploded when that happened.
Oh, yeah.
Polis, I'm gonna say we're fucking done with that planet. Anyone can go fucking do whatever the hell he wants. Vanguard is no longer involved. I'm tired of it.
Yeah, I think I've seen
Well,
enough of Polis.
luckily we're not gonna have to manage it anymore. Now we have an ally there who's gonna manage it for us, basically, as an alliance.
SC Crate, Super Tactical Droid, the last one, Supreme Commander of all droid forces in the galaxy, has a droid restoration order. Yeah, I talked with them. Well, let's go into the cool shit. What else did you see? Because I saw this giant tentacle monster with like these weird glowing things around its face.
Oh yeah, we killed that.
Oh, that
Well, there were
monster. Yeah, it
two
was
of them.
one of the...
I killed one.
It was one...
Ah.
Yeah, it was one of the head... It was like one of the big greater mutants, like one, I guess, the Lord types, because... That thing, it boxed us in. Like, it had enough tentacles to completely box us into, I'd say, about almost a kilometer area.
See, I was walking looking for stuff in salvage because we had a down crew of specialists, and I was wandering with the honor guard. And then this thing just rolls up and kills one instantly.
Ooh, yeah. Those tentacles
So,
are gnarly.
me and the four remaining fought and killed it. Not without two more deaths.
Hmm.
One got literally vaporized by the acid it had.
Yeesh.
Just
One
went
got
through their
eaten.
armor just like that? Damn.
It was corrosive, and also they weren't wearing their filtered helmets. Fumes. It burned them in seconds to the inside.
Oh, man.
Just the armor remained?
Oh, do you remember that one place where there was like a device
Yeah,
that
of course I can remember that one place.
teleported us back to the orb?
Dude, the last thing I fucking remember about the orb, other than our talk about getting rid of it, which is gone. It's gone, by the way.
Oh, good.
Unlike what Danik was freaking out about, no major like explosion, death-defying god-like beast showed up. No, the orb pulled a few fighters that was it up and got a few other magnetic things stuck to it. Also broke the door controls.
It was a place where he fought that entity thing. Apparently that's on Polis.
There's a point in time where I just stopped remembering, like, the very obscure old shit we've done. I'm older than Dax, and I didn't get his little 5-year grace period where he didn't age. I didn't. So, this random thing that happened 35 years ago, I don't really remember.
Yeah, that stuff's kind of a blur to me, too, and I'm not as old as him.
What I am curious about is, what else was in that, like, weird-ass void?
Oh,
You bring home any souvenirs, trinkets?
well, there was a weird guy
we
that
got
wasn't making sense, but yeah, we got some news articles from the future.
There
From
was
the
this
future,
one guy who kept talking
what
about
do they say?
demons.
Like, Dax dies in 10 days?
Dax dies? More like
nope,
we found
15
Dax's
years,
corpse.
Okay, yeah.
We found his corpse frozen
Well,
reading an article about invaders in like 15 years. And Thrawn's death,
yeah,
too.
like I said.
Pictures of those. If Thrawn's gonna die, how?
One of his bodyguards kills him.
Like, you can't prevent prophecy.
Yeah.
Garbage.
And
Can't
in 2
interfere with
years,
the
Karita's gonna
affairs of
blow up.
prophecy. Now that I don't believe.
Yeah, apparently its
No way.
supernova is gonna destroy it.
Yeah,
What?
in 2 years, according to that article. 2 years from now, apparently.
Oh, and then there was
Okay, yeah,
another
I don't
article.
believe either. Really don't believe you.
Yeah, there's another article that
Yeah.
says we're gonna die, and then then the thing blew up in my hand.
Your data pad just blew up.
Yeah, and then there was like an
Yep.
eye, and it said like something about the mother.
Out of character, it was 2 eyes.
Well, it's
That's concerning, but I'm sure it's like a virus in the future.
maybe.
Yeah, either that or... You know, if those anomalies died, then it couldn't have been an anomaly.
Maybe it's an
Yeah.
anomaly from the past.
But yeah, I'm taking this all with a big grain of salt until we can at least see what happens on Dathomir, because if that ends up being true, then we'll know something's up.
Alright.
Well, I mean, I'd say it's mostly true because I somehow managed to be completely rebuilt and with all of me, really.
Yeah, I'd
There
say
was
that's
Say it,
credible
I
enough.
cheated death.
There was another thing we encountered in the void, though. We encountered strange beings and creatures, stuff we'd never seen in our world before. Like we got attacked by these cybernetic soldiers with what looks like giant animal cyborgs. And then we got these kind of low-tech looking guys. Like, they looked like they were from Polis, but they weren't wearing any armors that were recognized from Polis.
And there was that one guy, Jim was his name, I think.
Yeah, he was talking about
some guy named
demons
Jim
or something.
who was talking about like a zombie apocalypse.
Well,
And
I
some
wish him
planet
luck.
called like Kentucky.
Kentucky, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Odd
he
sounding
he
planet,
he
anyway.
fell
Either.
off the Void Island. I don't know what
Well,
happened
Alright,
to him.
so these weird cybernetic looking creatures. Did they talk about something called Overwatch and they kept saying something about Outbreak and Contain?
Yeah, we heard them saying that a few times.
We have a few audio recordings like that. That's why I'm asking. We found them when, well, I didn't find them. Vanguard people found them when scouting. Recordings. We didn't know what they were. So, Void Island, woohoo.
All right.
So what is this place? Gate between dimensions? A place outside of time?
Maybe.
That's my best guess. Some kind of dimension
Well,
outside
with
of time and
the
space.
death of that giant creature, I don't think we'll ever go back. Unfortunately.
Hmm.
Well, I hope not. That place was very unsettling to be in. I can see why A1 complains so much about the void. It's not a nice place
It's
to
not
be.
a fun place.
I was a little dishonest by saying all anomalies are gone. There are still some. Keep in mind, Polis had Sith artifacts, Jedi artifacts, and they got smashed and destroyed in mass death graves. So, of course, ancient spirits and garbage. There are still some big scale anomalies. They didn't go away. But they're tolerable, not the ones that manifest creatures or warp reality.
Or
Those
the
don't
ones that yells at you to go into the light.
happen. What?
There was one that was
Oh,
screaming at
yeah.
us to go into the light.
Yeah, when we were destroying that Merc base for SC Crate, a anomaly that took on the voice of Legion started yelling at us to go into the light down one of the hallways, and well, sure enough, the light was an
Who's
anomaly.
He means logic.
Oh, logic, yeah.
Oh. Oh, we finally decided to help you on a mission again? Good for him. He and this tactical droid do not get along. Crate is furious that he is basically an amalgamation, and he's also killing our tactical.
Oh boy.
Gotta deal with it. We have enough war fleet power, because he's not attacking right now to kill him.
Yeah.
Especially in 3 months when the Bellator's finished.
Oh yeah.
What are we gonna name that? We talked about that before. The name right now that we had thought of was, yeah, thank you, Ray. Fuck you. It was something Legacy. I don't think it was Vanguard's Legacy. That could work. Or Winter's.
Eternal.
Someone's legacy. Oh, can't be Sparrow's legacy because he's back.
He also wasn't important enough.
Dreekle's legacy.
After. Who was he?
Trandoshan.
He was the hunter. Yeah, I know. There was a hunter, and then there was the scrap guy.
They're both the same person, I think.
Well, there were 3 Trandoshans. There was Zystel, there was Caliban, and there was
Zystel was the hunter.
Yeah, one of them was the scrapper, and the other guy was the guard of the town.
Yeah.
So, which one's which?
Dreekle's the scrap guy. Also the cheese guy.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's him, yeah. I just remembered he had a scrap shop.
Yep.
He died to the Krytos
Yeah.
virus, though.
Yeah, unfortunately. I don't think we should name it Dreekle's legacy, though. That might be a bit... I
Melvin's.
don't know.
Yes. But he's still alive, so it doesn't count.
Dude, you don't even know if he really ever existed. It could all be a figment of
True, it could have been an anomaly.
I was
He
gonna
could have
say-
been the anomaly king.
At that time when we went back to Coruscant at the old base, we were seeing some spooky stuff. He might be
Yep.
haunting the place.
I've seen him in my dream protocol a couple times.
Okay. Dax's legacy. Considering he'll not be around much longer.
Not if I had anything to say about it.
You're gonna force
I
him
don't
into
know, I
conscription?
still got 15 years. And that's assuming that the extra back armor doesn't...
Yeah.
What killed him?
Backstab.
Apparently, I was stabbed in the back. They couldn't tell what weapon it was, though, so I guess
Blade.
15 years
Heavy
from now,
sharp
I need
blade,
to
something
make sure.
smashed. What armor were you wearing? I assume you're
It's a
new
gold
one.
Mando, I think.
Oh,
Yeah, it
that's
was a
made
gold
out of pure
Mando.
Beskar.
Yeah.
That's ornate, so it also has fancy Um, there are no weapons that could easily slice through that. There's weapons that could crack it, but if it's a clean slice, there is no weapon known.
Well, that's.
It might not actually represent what he was wearing, because he was stuck in a casual pose, but a corpse, so...
You know what? Yeah, true.
It'd also be a threat. That fucking anomaly stuff does like to fuck with people.
Yeah, well, like I said, that's why I wanted to get that Dathomir mission. Decide if any of that's actually true or not.
But it is true, because this guy exists.
Suppose that is right. Well, we know that it has shadows of people who have lived, or in this case, droids. Because we didn't necessarily bring him back, we basically copied him and uploaded him back into the...
True.
What I
the
want
person
to know
you
is
could
if
have been
there's a
speaking to is
physical
dead.
connection between, like,
True.
an actual living person in that realm. That's what I wanted to see.
What about that crazy zombie guy?
I don't
Well,
Did he
know.
sound like he died?
I think he
no
talked
idea
about a
what
car
corpse he
crash,
was.
so...
So he could have been dead.
So,
But either way,
while you were gone, nothing really happened. I went to Polis. I came back. I heard about the giant beast that killed the entirety of the allied Polisian army. That you somehow slayed by yourself.
I just shot it a bunch.
Well, I know. We had figured out where it was because your radio started going off. So, Polisian armed forces sent a huge contingent to fight it. I think they got wiped on the way, though. They said storms and giant beasts were blocking their way, and they were grabbing helicopters out of the sky.
yeah, that's what I was dealing with. I think I actually saw that too. I saw a bunch of helicopters fly by. They all went down, all at once. Like they were nothing.
Yeah, what I had witnessed is a tentacle rising from the ground and impaling straight through one, blowing it up instantly.
Oh, yeah.
And then it took it back into the water. But hey, you've had enough Polish for your lifetime. I've had enough Polish for my lifetime. I've never been out in the field, and I never want to go back. And you've been out there about 300 times as much as me. I think you deserve
Yep.
to at least. You may not be retiring. I think you can retire from Polis though.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely retiring from Polis. Like, if SC Crate wants to rebuild that place, then he's welcome to do that. It's not going to be my problem anymore.
Well, I'm gonna
Alright, any
retire
parting
on
words
Polis.
for Polis? What do you want to say about the planet? Any great memories or anything?
Well, obviously, who's standing in front of me?
Not literal.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
I'm very interested in all that anomalous shit. Thought it was cool.
yeah, even not
And it wasn't
sure
trying to
if
kill us?
we'll ever be able to truly understand what it really is.
Yeah.
Because from what I've been hearing, doesn't seem like the Force sensitives among us are able to even recognize. Because
Danik said he
when we got sent to that void, Danik said he never got sent to it. He never even saw anything like it. He didn't
Well,
see
he
the
wasn't
flash
with
or
us.
anything.
He said he visited the island after you.
Oh.
He said he had a different vision of one.
Oh.
Plates looked the same, but none of the events in the inside acted the same.
Anything of note?
He hasn't told me.
Well, I'll be sure to ask him.
He just said he didn't like it.
Oh, that I can imagine.
Team set to Dathomir should be there early tomorrow.
Alright.
Well, it looks like their timing couldn't be more perfect, because I heard that, Public and the Empire are doing a good job of breaking Zin's hold right now.
And New Republic can't siege that area. They are trying to still go from the south into the mid-rim. So what happened was is a lot of the territory ceded into the Pentastar, the Empire, and Greater Maldrude.
Oh.
Mostly the Greater Maldrude. The Maldrude's definitely improved in strength.
I think when we first met them, all they offered us was a victory.
Hey man, it was red.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have red Star Destroyers now. They didn't
Ooh.
stop at victories. They have Imperial 2s. And I heard their flagship right now is a red covered Allegiance or something. Something big and flashy.
Well, whatever works for them. Say, what are we gonna paint our Bellator?
Gray? We have the
Ah,
Vanguard. Maybe it's like tint blue.
maybe a slight tint
I
of
doubt you're. I doubt you're ever gonna see it, so it doesn't really impact you. Because first of all, none of you have clearance to go on a warship like that. That ship's gonna be operated by specific people that are being assigned through intelligence. They're being vetted, considering the vessel is a giant walking target for
yeah,
Task Force
and
5, the New Public to find and destroy.
yeah, giant, and an emphasis on giant too. I imagine if we tried going on that thing, we get lost for days.
But yeah, there's a tram system. Um, the tram system takes, I think, 6 hours to navigate the entire ship.
Oh man. Yep, biggest ship I've ever been on is a Venator, and I think I'd prefer to stick to that. Actually, no.
The
Technically,
Valiant's
the
a bit
biggest ship
bigger.
I've ever been on. Well, actually, technically, the biggest ship I've ever been on was the Subjugator. Even if it
Can't
wasn't even
call
a
that.
full-size Subjugator.
How about that Providence too, though? I want to blow that thing up. Fucking Pride of Polis.
Well, I thought we were done with Polis. We'll have to wait until it leaves Polis.
I think we came to the agreement, even though Logic has obviously pointed out he was lying to A1 and plans to seize factories as soon as he has no use. And by the time we start investing in military and looking into Polis, he's gonna fortress world it, and we're not gonna ever get. So have so many failsafe faculties, and it will just be a lost cause to see. I don't give a shit.
Oh yeah. Plus, you know, the agreement was 5 years, so even if he doesn't relinquish the factories, A1 will have already built up replacements in 5 years in worlds.
Or kill them.
Already moved assets, but Logic says that the world will be turned into a fortress world in. Like, they will probably have defense plaques out, right, guarding the hyperspace route, gravity wells, they'll have everything. Probably even.
I'll state for the record that I'm all for obliterating them now.
Can't. I also don't want to. Allies are good, and allowing self-governorship, so our forces, which are spread thin right now as we're building, and move stuff around, always welcome.
Still, he's a super
Logic
tactical
says that
droid.
the droid
Can't
will not
trust
betray
him.
us. Logic
we
has
might
literally looked at him, and he says he will not betray us because we have too much. The second he attacks us, we can report him to the Empire, the New Republic, Greater Maldrude, Pentastar. Someone will swoop in, hearing a fortress world planet exists, siege it, and take it for themselves.
Oh yeah. And he also knows about our past encounters with the CIS remnant, so he already knows that we've been able to get the Empire on their asses in the past.
Know about our Thrawn dealings will soon enough. For now, it's just a dual partnership. Don't expect like active combat assistance. Willing to share blueprints, share his materials on planet, if it is in excess. For now, he says he's just gonna fix the world up and try to make a prosperous capital for CIS.
Well, hey, and that's my final words for Polis. Good luck to him, because he's gonna need it.
Hey, he's shown the plans. You don't know.
Yeah.
This guy's been active for like a year before he approached us and did his move. He had a whole ass year to gather intel and plan everything, every single failure. And he literally came to the conclusion that the only way to get out of this without his destruction or without mass casualties and damage to his infrastructure was to ally with us.
Well,
'Cause
hey, he definitely.
he would have been easily able to strike you guys in the field when you were wandering towards the signal.
Yeah, well, at least he's put a lot more thought into this than the previous super tax did. Usually, because there are super tax we encountered, the first thing they think to try to conquer us.
I believe the super tac is not going to. We've already done checks through our battle droids over the years. Any droid that's received a memory wipe will not receive the droid reactivation signal. A lot of droids in the galaxy won't receive it. I'm sure he realizes that now.
Yep, so he's gonna be pretty much benign, and I imagine he's probably not gonna advance very far past Polis.
No, he is. He's going to probably take on the Hutts. He's probably going to fight the Hutts for space.
Well, to that
And,
I would say luck then. Those
he's
Hutts,
not going to
they are pretty
outright
tough.
fight them, but so what I do know, a lot of factories in the Outer Rim that were never used. We have a location of around 130 of them. A lot of them are ruined or deep underground with too much security, and we don't need battle droids, so we never take them. So we usually just blow up the entrance and leave. He has access to all those now. He can reactivation code to an factory, rebuild it, have it reconstruct itself. Suddenly he has a new base somewhere on another planet.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that he's able to surrogate himself, so if he dies on Polis, he could very well come up somewhere else.
There's really no way to block a surrogation, especially if it's on his home territory. You can block surrogation if you're in foreign land. Jammers. However, he's smart enough to probably never put himself into a position where he'd not have the chance to surrogate. Good luck trying to kill him without trying to blow up the planet of Polis. He probably has like 10,000 server rate.
Well, yeah, we saw just one of them. Massive. But hey, at least it made a. At least it was kind of funny when A1 tried to shoot him right in the head and he walked up right behind him again.
That is pretty good. Let me guess. He was like, man, I hate that guy. He was so stupid. And he's like, he's right behind me, isn't he? And everyone laughed, and then I facepalmed because that's really cringe.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I shot him again.
You did?
Well, yeah,
okay.
you tried to
Yes.
shoot him again, but then we stopped and we realized, yeah, he's not gonna die that way.
Oh, since you reminded me. Regulations are now in place, because you're no longer in lawlessness land. I'm gonna have to put some restriction on some of the guns you acquired through Polis. Like these, probably not usually permitted. The Polisian ones are good. They're reliable and they can be easily repaired. These obscure guns, I don't really want off the planet for defense only, or under specific circumstances. Because the reason is that there are not enough parts to fix these, and I'd rather keep them.
Yeah,
And also,
I got a
they're kind of war crimes.
Yeah, I got a revolver myself, but I'm just gonna keep that as a keepsake. We found these heartbeat monitors, but I ended up it's like I have a handheld device that can do the same thing anyway, so it's like
Yeah, we
whatever.
just got the If you didn't, you haven't heard because you haven't been around. We literally just made a new version of the heartbeat monitor. We took it and then brought it home and made our own. Already in production.
Oh,
So,
nice.
But I mean, the reason we called these war crimes is because these pierce most armors and glorify people.
Oh my
yeah.
goodness.
And that's not okay. Anyone gets to keep his stupid rifle he found that he was talking about. You can keep a lot of these guns like this. Do not use in public. We don't want to give out these as well. So another reason I don't want giving these is that I don't want these things to be mass produced. Unlike like your rifle per se, which are custom fitted, these aren't super high tech and can be easily recreated. And they're powerful.
Yeah.
Very comparable to high tier blasters, but without any of the cost or time it put into them. So, I'd refrain from carrying all sorts of fancy little gadgets from planets you visit.
Yeah, of course. That sort of stuff usually goes in the trophy room practice room. That's where I usually.
You understand, Saber?
Sure.
All right.
Saber understands. He was one of the first among us to adopt a trophy.
Well, I think you guys deserve a long rest in a nice bed that is not in the middle of anywhere where you're going to constantly hear explosions, death, screams, unknown noises, unknown horrors, waking up in places you didn't expect, or anything in between. So, I will leave you be.
Alright.
See you later.
Alrighty
Get
then.
around, boss.
So, Sparrow, you want to
Yeah?
stick with that paint job, or you want to change it up a bit?
Gonna say, you look kind of naked like that. Go for.
Honestly, chances are I might give myself a bit of an update. Maybe harken back to an older version of myself. Give myself an old edition paint
You want
job.
to go see what kind of colors we have?
Sure. Let's see what we can do.
I should have
Alright.
some in these crates.
I have some plans of my own that I plan to enact, but it'll be a bit difficult to get them working soon.
Alright, well, you guys handle that. I'm gonna go back to my office for some shut-eye.
Auto display. See the options. So yeah, you can look like that, or this. One of the colors to your old one. Always got this classic gray and blue.
Yes.
Well, you could look
I
like
don't know if I want to look
47.
like 47 though. That guy, I don't think he'd want another one looking like himself running around.
You have the
Nice
one you
story.
have.
I think I'll go with my OG color scheme, because turns out when I was in original HK51, my color scheme looked exactly like that. So maybe computer
Oh, nice.
took that into account when he redesigned me.
Well done. Bust out the paint. Unless you have a.
Sometimes I might go
Unless this
try and
body
get
has.
my actual original body
Yeah,
back
yeah, true.
sometimes.
Does this buddy
But
have
for
a
now,
color
I
changing
think I'll
thing
try
like
and
mine?
improve. Maybe I'll see. Oh, look at that, it does. I could change color on demand.
Oh, then let's do that. Looking good.
There we go. That's more like it.
Alright, well, you
Yeah,
wanna...
apparently the original model of HK51s all kind of looked like this.
Yeah, they did, kinda. Oh, interesting.
Yes,
Technically,
if
you're not
if the
that color. It's a subtle
What do you mean?
hologram. Interesting.
Oh, did they actually do something with the disguise plate?
Maybe.
That'd
So,
be interesting. I have
yeah, if you want to
somewhat
look like
claims
that
myself,
actually, then we
but
can paint you, but...
I'll have to paint myself later then to get the actual look.
Alright. If you want to get caught up on your own or with me, let me know. I'll be here.
I think I've got the gist of everything I need to know.
Alright. Well, good to have you back.
Great, it is nice to be back.